Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be my pregnancy announcement, like how I found out I was pregnant and my symptoms up until, like from when I found out up until now. I found out when I was about 9 weeks and I am currently 14 weeks. So if you're interested in seeing this video, then just stay tuned. Okay, so thank you for watching. Basically, I found out I was pregnant about maybe 4 or 5 weeks ago, and it was a complete shock to me and to my husband. I was just feeling really sick for about 2 weeks prior to me finding out, and I didn't think that I was pregnant at all. I did not have pregnancy symptoms. I don't know, maybe I was in denial, I don't know, but the symptoms that I were having were to me similar to a UTI or a bladder infection or a I thought I had an ulcer, and that's what sent me to the emergency room in the first place. I love spicy food. Anybody that knows me, they know I love spicy food. Oh, and there's my son. He's trying to get up. He knows how to climb into my bar stools now. He gets up into my bed. He gets in his sister's bed. And he's in everything. But anyways, I love spicy food. I can eat it all the time. I love hot fries, hot sauce, hot wings, anything spicy. I'm Puerto Rican, so okay. And I'm sorry, you guys, if you hear a lot of noise. It's my kids. They're still running around and playing, but they're gonna be getting in bed soon. But anyway, so like I said, I at the time was eating like a lot of buffalo wings. Me and my husband, we probably had buffalo wings like 3 times in a week, and that's just what we've been craving. So every time I would eat that, or I remember this one particular time I would eat the spicy food and my stomach would cramp so bad, and I would be like hunched over, or it would make me feel nauseous. So I stopped eating the spicy food, and I was like, well, maybe I do have an ulcer, or I am trying to, you know, like develop one. And like a lot of people in my family did have ulcers, so I was like, okay, I don't know. So I'll stop with the hot stuff. That's basically the only thing that I felt was just a lot of cramping, a lot of like just when I would eat stuff or spicy stuff, and it just felt like I had a UTI, because I've had a couple of UTIs my lifetime. So I thought I had that, or like a bladder infection, because I was going pee all the time. And I know you guys are probably like, hello, like the signs were there, but to me they were not, Mason, Anthony, they were not signs of pregnancy in my opinion. Or like I said, I might have been in denial. But then one day I was at work, and my stomach was cramping. I was just not feeling my best. So I left work and I went to the emergency room. So I left my job and I went to the hospital. I went to the emergency room, and they basically just did a pee test, because I told them what I was feeling, my symptoms were, which was I thought that I was having a I had a UTI or bladder infection or an ulcer. And so I did that. I sent it to the lab, and it took probably about an hour altogether of me getting to the hospital, getting my results. So basically the doctor just said, to sum it up, that you had a positive pregnancy test. And my heart just sank right then when he said that, and I wanted to cry. You want to say hi? Say hi. Say hi. Say hi. So my heart sank, and I was in so much shock, and I seriously just wanted to cry. But I don't like to show like that type of emotion in front of people. So I kind of held it in, but I was just like, well, what am I gonna do? I still have a baby, and my son is 1. He'll be 2 by the time, he'll be 2 months after this baby gets here. So anyways, I just took it, and I left, and I called my husband, and I told him, which he basically knew. He thought I was pregnant, and I was the one like, no. And I remember just being sick a few times that week and ignoring it. And I remember one day, like, I was just so sick, and like I was just like, Lord, please don't let me be pregnant. Like, please don't let me be pregnant. I cannot have 3 kids. Like, what am I gonna do? And I remember I was so sick, like I was throwing up and crying, like like I cannot, like this can't be life right now. So I don't know, like at certain points I kind of thought, you know, maybe okay, maybe I am pregnant, and then at other times I was like no, because sometimes I just did not feel pregnant at all. So my last period was January 2nd, and I normally after I had my son, which was December 24th of 13, I breastfed him for an entire year of me being postpartum, and my periods were regular and then they were irregular. Like sometimes I would skip 1 to 3 months and then my period would come. So when I skipped February, I didn't really think anything of it, you know, because I remember having my cycle in November, and then I didn't have it in December, then I had it in January, and then I did not have it in February. So that's why I didn't really think I was pregnant. And then I missed my March cycle as well. So I was like, okay, maybe, you know, maybe there's a chance I'm pregnant, but at the same time, I didn't feel pregnant. So like I was 9 weeks when I found out, 8 or 9 weeks, depending on how you look at it. Like the doctor calculates it one way, and then like the ultrasound measures like a different way. So I was 9 weeks when I found out, and then when I went to the doctor, I was 12 weeks according to my last period and the app that I use. But when I got my ultrasound, I measured 12 weeks. So when I went to the doctor, I thought I was 13 weeks. And then at the ultrasound, I was measuring 12 weeks. So yes, that's basically how I found out. I cried for like the first couple days. It was just really hard for me to like get the fact that I was pregnant, and I was seriously in denial. My daughter's watching Frozen, which is what you hear. She's watched this probably 3 times today, just today. Anyways, so I was mainly in denial up until I went to my ultrasound, which I'm still in denial. I feel like it hasn't just hit me yet, but like I've seen the baby on the ultrasound. It's definitely a baby in there. Prior to me going to my ultrasound, I felt movement. So prior to me going to my ultrasound, I did feel movement. Even then, I still was like, am I pregnant? Like, is there a baby in there? And even now, like, I still sometimes question myself, like, am I really pregnant? But I am. My due date is in October, and my life is about to get even more hectic than it is now. My daughter just turned 4 and my son is 1. So we definitely weren't planning or trying to have another child, but I just look at everything happens for a reason. I went a whole year not getting pregnant, and then as I just feel like breastfeeding, you know, they say is a form of birth control, but at the same time, you don't want to risk it. And like I said, I went a whole year without getting pregnant, but as he turned 1, I weaned him a little bit more. So I feel like that may be what caused me to get pregnant after, you know, a little bit after a year of me breastfeeding. Okay, so now I'm going to tell you guys what my symptoms were from the time I found out up until now, if I've had cravings and all of that stuff. Going pee like every 5 minutes. It was so annoying. I would wake up in the middle of the night going pee all the time, but I did not associate it with pregnancy. Let's see, my mouth was always dry. I was always thirsty no matter how much I would drink, and that happened when I was pregnant with my daughter the first time. So I guess it was something I thought about. I was like, this is weird, you know, but I didn't think that I was pregnant. So that's like the main things that like I first realized I was pregnant, or the first symptoms. And then the cramping, I had quite a bit of cramping, which was more than I've had my last 2 pregnancies. And what else? Salty stuff, like I love chips or like bread, and I just feel like that helps with me being sick, because I do have nausea from about 7 weeks, I guess, looking back now. I was nauseous. I only threw up twice prior to me finding out that I was pregnant, but it was never like food. It was just always like fluid. But I'm still nauseous till this day. Like me making this video, I've been nauseous today, and it's very, very annoying being nauseous and, you know, all that stuff. But the doctor tried to prescribe me some medicine for nausea, but I just don't personally like taking any medicine, just because if you're going to be pregnant and nauseous, you're just going to be pregnant and nauseous. Like, I don't feel like any of the medicine works for me. So I didn't take any, I opted to not get any medicine, but that was another thing. And then weeks, 12, 13 weeks, actually like 11 through now, 11 weeks to now, I have had back pain, which I'm worried about because it's actually starting early. I've had back pain pretty early, and that's basically it. Like, I don't have any major cravings. Oh, I don't like sweet stuff for some reason. Like, I can eat, you know, a piece of candy, like a piece of chocolate candy. Chocolate doesn't really, you know, make me sick too bad, but like, I don't like many sweets, like many sweet things. It just makes me sick, which is cool because like I haven't been eating that many like cookies and brownies and stuff. And before I got pregnant, I loved that kind of stuff, and ice cream. I just don't crave it, and I don't think about it really. So that's another thing. And I really have been liking vegetables. Like, last night I ate carrots, avocados, and grapes with like Mexican fruit seasoning, and it sounds gross, but it's so good to me. And I had some ranch with that, and so far so good. Like, I feel like I eat pretty balanced. I still crave, you know, like sometimes I'll crave a cheeseburger and fries, which is fine. And then, you know, other times I'll crave just small stuff. I try to eat like my healthy stuff. I eat a lot of like trail mix, or just like almonds, cashews, and then I love fruit like pineapples, bananas, strawberries, and then but I still eat like my meals. But I think the not having many sweets is really helping. And so far, okay, when I found out I was pregnant, I was 132. I found out, like I said, at 9 weeks, so I was 132 pounds, and then I went to the doctor when I was 13 weeks. So I only gained 2 pounds. I was 135, and I do go to the doctor tomorrow just to get like my physical, like my pap smear and all of that stuff. And so we'll see if I've gained any other weight. I feel good so far about my body. Yeah, so I will let you guys know how my doctor's appointment goes. I don't have an ultrasound picture to show you guys. It's because when I went to my appointment 2 weeks ago, the ultrasound machine just so happened to break while, you know, when I went back there, and so I wasn't able to get a picture printed off. But I'm gonna ask them about it tomorrow, like, hey, when am I gonna be able to get a picture? Because, you know, they only do ultrasounds like 3 times your entire pregnancy, I think. I remember they did it the first time just to make sure that the baby was growing and actually inside of you. Then they do it for gender and then position, I think. I think that's what they did for me last time. And I am going back to the same doctor that delivered my son. I hate going to his office just because his clinic is so small and accepts like Medicaid patients, so it's kind of crowded, and it takes forever and a year to get back there to see the doctor. I was literally at my first doctor's appointment for 3 hours, and I think she's seen me for maybe 15 minutes, so it's very, very frustrating. But yeah, that's basically it. Now I'm just going to show you guys my belly, and then that'll be it for this video. So I thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next update video. So this is my stomach from the front, which is not very big at all, and then from the side, and that's that, and then up. Oh, and I don't have any stretch marks like on the front of my stomach, which is good. So that's what it looks like from the front. I'm already getting this line right here. Okay, so this is what it looks like from the side. So yeah. Okay, so that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in my next update. I don't know how often I'm going to post these videos. I'm guessing I'm going to do them like every doctor's appointment, or like every so many weeks, because I don't really feel like I don't have a reason to do them every week. So I'll see you in the next video. Bye.